Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is LonelyPika. I am sorry that I haven't had videos in a long time, but I do have a big video coming since I haven't made any videos recently. I actually did get my hands on 2 Shining Fates and a Hidden Fates. So I was wondering if you guys wanted me to open all 3. So 2 Shining Fates Elite Trainer boxes and 1 Hidden Fate trainer box. I found them at Walmart today. I literally waited 3 hours for them to stock up and I grabbed 3 of them. So I do have those to open. That's literally 8 pack. Well, actually, I think it might be 10 packs per box. So that's 30 packs, which is almost a booster box. That's really going to be exciting because Shining Fates is the new set and Hidden Fates is, the set before Shining Fates. And I'm at a park because this video is just me talking to you guys about what's been going on and, what's going to be happening since, now, which you guys will, find out what's going on, okay? And by the way, I do smoke. I smoke, a vape pen. It is cannabis. And the reason I smoke a lot more. I smoked before, but so I've been smoking a lot more, and that's because I've been going through a divorce. I told you guys in recent videos I've been going through something in my life, and it's been making me very depressed and just having a hard time doing things. But that's all in the past now, kind of, but you know what I mean. Like, it's been about 2 months since we decided we were gonna get one, and about maybe 2 weeks ago, it got a little out of hand where she kicked me out because she accused me of cheating on her, which I never did, and I never would. And so I don't know why she would accuse me of that. She said I was doing it, through our whole marriage, but we've only been married for a year. If you guys, I know I haven't told you guys much about my life, but we've been married since 2019 December, and we've been separated since, in March. Well, earlier in March. In freaking February we started, saying, this ain't working, that kind of stuff. And then like our separation was March 18th. And so yeah, that's when she kicked me out, and that's when, she actually made me hate her, because before she kicked me out, I tried to work it out. I asked her, what was wrong and that kind of stuff. And, she says I just not there emotionally. And me, I have a hard time dealing with people's emotion when it comes to like sad, like depression, that kind of stuff. Definitely when it's like really bad. And she did have really bad like anxiety and stuff like that, and I just didn't know how to deal with it because it's hard for me to understand. And I do love her, and I did, and it was hard for me that I couldn't do that, and I was trying my best to do what she wanted. And she would get mad definitely because she liked to be reinsured about things all the time, 24/7, and like I couldn't do that for her. I would tell her like, I can't keep telling you this, I already told you and you keep looking up stuff, because she would look up stuff and scare herself. And so I would tell her you can't be doing that, but she would do it anyways, and freak herself out. And so she kind of did it to herself, but in a sense, like, she needs someone there for her, and I understand that. And I just can't be that person, and she can't live with that. Like, because I try to talk to her about it and say, I am working, but it's not that easy, and that kind of stuff. And so she told me that, it's been going on for over a year, like way over a year, before we even got married, she said. And I asked her, why did you marry me then? And she said, because I just thought it would be different. And, in my head, like, you thought something was going to be different after we got married. You should have married me because, you loved me and you wanted to be with me. That's the reason I did. And so stuff just started coming out, through that whole year. Then, it just got hella bad. Last year around November, I want to say, because I got the COVID, and she got it from me too and got sick, and she was freaking out about it. And I was trying to make sure they didn't get sick, and I just felt like she wasn't helping me. And then, so I would quarantine myself and stuff like that. And I was cleaning my sheets every day, washing my clothes, making sure I clean the bathroom every day, And then when she came back positive, I was already out of quarantine. It was, passed. And so she went in quarantine right after me. And, she didn't want to do anything. She says she felt so, bad, um, you know, and she didn't want to get up and stuff. And I understand that, but we also have to make sure your sheets get cleaned and that kind of stuff to make sure it doesn't spread. And that's what I was trying to tell her. I need to make sure I can wash your sheets and all this for, it doesn't spread. And, because you can't just sit in it. You need to make sure you clean up after yourself. And I was looking out for both her and my kid, Emery, which is a sad story because, I've known Emery since she was 6 months old. And I've been through her whole life, and she's 4. And I missed her last birthday in March because of all this, and it was sad. And so sometimes I do have a hard time coping with that because I do love Emery, and it's hard, to lose someone that you cared for. Definitely when she was, I love kids, and I want a kid, and I wanted a kid with her, and she promised me, and it never happened. I just felt like she really didn't care for me, and she hurt me so much. And it's hard to talk about sometimes, definitely when it comes to Emery, because I love that kid. And she reminded me a lot of me, even though she wasn't my biological. So yeah, that's what's been happening in my life, and right now it's just getting more chaotic because she's trying to ruin me. I know it might be too quick, but it's been 2 months since, we decided we were going to get separated and divorced. And just recently I started talking to someone that's been in my life for well over 3 years. And she was there as a friend because I'm a person that I have best friends that are girls. I don't get along with guys much. I only have one best friend that's a guy, and his name is Arnold. And it's because he doesn't really care about anything, and he gets me. We don't argue or we don't do anything because I don't like arguing. And so, yeah. And so I've been talking to her, and we talked in the past, but we never anything because I had a wife and a kid that I was taking care of, and I love my wife, and I would never do that. And so I didn't have those type of feelings for her. But we used to talk until my wife got upset. She wasn't my wife at the time, but we were together, and she was getting upset because I would talk to girls. I'm just a talkative person. I talk to people. I don't I won't do anything. I won't and so I respected her and stopped. I stopped talking to any girl, and least amount of contact with any of them. And she never trusted me. She would always get mad at me at work, and I'm a manager at work. Right now I'm an assistant manager of assistant GM, and so I'm up there. I control other managers, and I control all the employees too, and so I help do all that. And so my job, I have to talk to people. I can't just not. And I have to make sure people have, a good work experience and, a good work environment. So I have to make sure I'm talking and making sure everyone's doing all right and doing their jobs. So I cannot just not. And she would get mad at that because I'm I have to talk to these people. And she would want me not to. And so it caused a lot of problems. I started hating work. It started causing problems with work. I know when at the end I quit. I walked out on my shift. I got hella pissed. I flipped out. I couldn't handle all of it because, she was saying stuff to me, saying all this stuff, and then telling me she doesn't see herself with me anymore and that kind of stuff. So it's been really hard. She would always make sure, even when we were separated, and she knew it, because I made a deal, with her. I'm I'll help you pay for all this stuff because she didn't have a job. I was working for her because I could, provide for her and that kind of stuff. And I'm I will stay here and I will pay for all this stuff, let you get a job, and I'll still pay. When you get a job, I'll still give you half my checks for you to do all this stuff, and provide for yourself. And then I will leave, get my own place. And that went out the book when, she kicked me out. And then she called my boss and stuff and started telling her stuff, saying, he was cheating on me, blah, 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 when I wasn't. And she also started telling her stuff that I was I don't know what she told her, but saying that I was doing stuff to Emery, that kind of stuff. Probably, I don't know what she was saying, but Cheyenne, my boss, her name is Cheyenne. She said, you know, I don't believe that. Like, of course you're not going to believe that, because that's not me. I'm not that type of person. I would never lie to you. I'm trustworthy, and I'm just not that type of person. And you guys probably could tell. And so, you know, it irritates me when people, you know, accuse me of lying when I'm not. Like, I will admit it. Like, why would I not admit it if, you know, you caught me in a lie? That's just stupid. Because people know. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, she started calling my boss and saying stuff. And, yeah. And my boss even told her, hey, that agreement he was going to stay there and help you out. Because she was complaining about that, saying, like, he's not going to be paying for anything, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's breaking our agreement. And she told her straight up, like, you kicked him out. Of course the agreement's broken. And so, yeah, all that. And then, like I said, I started talking to someone that, you know, has been in my life for a while. And we have a lot in common. Like, honestly, I felt like I should have been with her instead of my wife, my ex-wife. And to tell you guys something, even my wife said this. She said, to be honest, like, I don't think we were meant to be together. She's like, if you remember the first time, like, we hung out, like, you told me that I wasn't your type and that you never thought, you know, and we still did it. And she was right. Like, you know, someone came in probably 3 months later, and, like, I knew I had feelings for her, but I put those away because of my wife, you know? And my wife knew and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And it's just hard. Definitely now, because that was probably the person I was supposed to be with. And now it's just so much hassle because she's trying to make sure my life is hell. And yeah, she called my boss again. And, you know, my boss called me and saying, are you okay? Because she just wanted to make sure I was okay. And I told her, yeah, I'm okay. And then, you know, I find out that she's just, you know, just talking a lot of crap. Like, still, like, she texted one of my, you know, coworkers, one of the managers, and she freaking told her, like, I know he's hanging out with someone, you know? And it's like, who cares if I'm hanging out with someone? Like, we're not together. And, like, we're separated. Why are you still going at this? But yeah, she's trying to ruin my life, and it's been hard to deal with. And yeah, and so that's what's going on, but it's all good now. Like, it's just annoying that she's still trying to do all this stuff, but it is good now. And I'm going to start videos soon. And yeah, it's going to be those 3 10s if you guys want. I mean, 3 Elite Trainer boxes if you guys want. 2 Shining Fates and 1 Hidden Fates. But if not, just let me know in the comments. Leave a comment, and I will, you know, make that video as soon as I can. Probably in the next week. Today is Thursday, so I would probably say maybe Tuesday. If not, it's definitely going to be on Friday. I will give you guys another update video later on, probably end of the weekend, and tell you guys what's actually going to be going on, okay? So if you guys like this video, please remember to subscribe and leave a like, and thank you for watching.